Hi, meteorologist Tony Petrarca in the Pinpoint 12 Forecast Center. You clicked on the Weather Now link on this 4 o'clock storm update. First of all, the timeline is pretty much falling into place. We've been saying all along that the heaviest snow would be during the afternoon, and we're still getting that. We've had snowfall rates as high as 1 to 2 inches per hour, and the numbers are coming in. I got 9.4 inches being reported in North Smithfield. TJ is in North Situate, 5.5, closing in on 6. Michelle in Barrington's reporting 4. We have about 4 inches outside our studios here in East Providence. Have a report of 9 inches in Burrillville, 5.5 in downtown Providence. So really everything falling into place in this quick moving storm. Now, once we get towards between 6 and 10 o'clock, the intensity of the snow is really going to start to ease up, maybe even a little sooner than that. Now we're taping this as of 4 o'clock. So really it's the next roughly 2-3 hours really coming down at a pretty good clip. And then during the overnight, it's drying out. So in fact, the shutoff time of the snow completely around 9-10 o'clock. So a fast move system, the Doppler radar, let's take this apart because the blue represents snow, but the darker blue is indicating moderate to heavy snow. You got TJ out storm chasing in North Situate, and right here, and he's reporting that it's ripping. It's snowing very hard, heavy snow in downtown Providence. You see now the heavier bands, this darker blue into Newport, moving into New Bedford right now. This lighter blue back here is lighter snow out towards Hartford, and eventually that'll swing through by early this evening, getting real close. And you can see some of these darker areas of blue. This snowfall rates here that are 1 to 2 inches per hour. Now the back of the precipitation is out towards the Hudson Valley of New York, so that drier air is going to be coming in later in the evening. We're thinking the shutoff time completely is around 9-10 o'clock, and that'll give the road crews plenty of time later in the evening and overnight to kind of clean things up. North Situate, this is the intersection of 101 and 102. That's a moderate snow, though. At one point it was coming down at a fairly heavy, but it's still some decent snow still coming down here in North Situate, and the snow has picked up in intensity along with poor visibility in Providence. We're looking at the Highway Bridge. So statewide, and I would say this is really for 90% of us, a 4 to 8 inch snowfall. We've had some locally higher amounts. I know, again, North Smithfield checked in at 9.4, and I have a report in Burrillville from John of 9 inches. They're actually more the exception rather than the rule. But most of us in that 4 to 8 inch range, and I'd say about 70% of this has occurred already. I take a look at all the temperatures. It's cold enough to support snow, albeit a wet snow, on either side of the freezing mark now. Upper 20s to low 30s as of 4 o'clock this afternoon. So this is our 4 o'clock update. Hour by hour forecast starts now. And you see by 6 o'clock in the evening, this is all starting to swing out and move out. Leftover light snow. But notice by 10 o'clock, look at the clearing lines already starting to swing through. And then overnight tonight, clear skies as temperatures drop into the upper teens to low 20s. And I mean, even though it's dry overnight tonight, certainly some of the secondary roads will still be on the slick side. So our threat tracker remains high through 6 o'clock this evening. We'll bump it down a little bit early this evening as the intensity of the snow would be winding down. And then overnight through tomorrow morning, we'll keep it moderate, even though the day is dry Monday. Looking at at least some of the secondary roads are still snow covered. So as of 4 o'clock, still snowing at a good clip in some areas at the rate of 1 inch or 2 per hour. As we get closer to, say, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, from west to east, the intensity of the snow is going to ease up. And, not long after kickoff of the big game, a lot of the heavier snow should be gone. That is your latest update. I'll be back at, what time is it? I'll be back at 5 o'clock with another update. We'll see you then.